Stronger, getting stronger. Getting stronger, getting stronger.
I'm make it in a line.
Getting stronger.
Now I'm gonna ease up.
Getting there. When I really sit around and look, I gotta get up on my bumps and cry. Be a legend in the book. Muhammad Ali in his prime. Really sit around and look, I gotta get up on my bumps and cry. Be a legend in the book. Muhammad Ali in his prime. Man, I feel so Lord, man, I forget it. Me nah go fall and not a trend, me have to set it. So many hungry days, me nah forget it. Could you find a butter, so the bread, me have to wait it. Say man, I chat it from deep in the slumber. And still I tell myself, me nah go bust no gunner. No one no Glock 17 in a Miana. Rather go studio, go make a hit song. But I really sit around and look, I gotta get up on my bumps and cry. Be a legend in the book. Muhammad Ali in his prime. But I really sit around and look, I gotta get up on my bumps and cry. Be a legend in the book. Muhammad Ali in his prime. Even through the storm, I don't get weary. No, yes. Tell my cousin town, don't care who see me. No, yes. Me not ashamed and pride. Hold my head high. Man said the boy struggle on ya. So send a word to my daughter. When I really sit around and look, I gotta get up on my bumps and cry. Be a legend in the book. Muhammad Ali in his prime. When I really sit around and look, I gotta get up on my bumps and cry. Be a legend in the book. Muhammad Ali in his prime. Garbage man, we're picking up the garbage. To the farmer man, how they're saving lives. We understand, so send a word to the eagle. Love how you use the street knowledge. We send a yoga college. No sacrifice you make in life. When I really sit around and look, I gotta get up on my bumps and cry. Be a legend in the books. Muhammad Ali in his prime. When I really sit around and look, I gotta get up on my bumps and cry. Be a legend in the book. Muhammad Ali in his prime. When I really sit around and look, I gotta get up on my bumps and cry. Be a legend in the book. Muhammad Ali in his prime. Stronger, getting stronger.
Reference, you know?
Getting stronger.
Cause I know they're bright and
Getting there.
don't worry about people.
Stronger.
Keep on chatting.
Getting stronger.
Brethren.
For 2 days of fun-filled football fiesta at the James L. Fleming Field in Yonkers, New York, June 24 and 25, starting 9 a.m. each day. It's the Jamaica Alumni Football Championship powered by the VM Building Society, New York. Don't miss the under 12 teams from Griffin, Bronx Alba, Central Brooklyn, Ballers Football Academy from Jamaica, and others competing for the most coveted schoolboy trophy in North America. Plus, watch Calabar and Masters champions in George's College try to defend their titles. And on the first day of action at 7 p.m., watch the over 50 game between the Griffin Masters and Greenwich Pumas from Connecticut, as well as the Old Manning and Old Acosta Cup Masters clash. Admission just $20. You have got to be there.
Yes, good night, my Facebook family and friends. Sorry for my late start tonight, but I had some things of importance, so therefore I run so late tonight. So, I hope, I'm looking. I don't know if it's summer vibe. But I think this is today is the first day of summer. Yeah, first day of summer. So I guess I try to catch up with the summer vibes. See what best we can deal with that. But summer vibes is here, summer is here, and hopefully, we can have a good summer. Trust me. I hope your week has been good so far. Yeah. And I hope that the rest of the week will be a wonderful week. And that's a fact. Just want to say congratulations to my son Rajiv Badal. Yeah, I'm gonna graduate tomorrow from grade 5. Yeah, I'm gonna graduate tomorrow. The man, I do him thing, Yeah, and then as I said, it's another milestone for him. He's doing well at school, doing well in soccer. That's how I hope to keep for focus. Just want to say my congratulations to my son Rajiv Badal. I know tomorrow it will be, one bangaroo and excitement for graduation tomorrow. So, tomorrow will be a different day. Just want to also mention and talk about the coming up this weekend. Yes, the big tournament. Tri-State Lockdown. Yeah, man, Tri-State Lockdown this weekend. June 24th and 25th. Griffin Football Club, yes, is going to have their annual over 45, over 50 soccer tournament, at Fleming Park. I just want to talk about this tournament because this tournament has a rich, very rich pronunciation rich. I don't know what's going on. Rich history, and a lot of teams will be participating on this weekend, the 24th and 25th. Start Italian time 9 a.m. to 8 o'clock each day. Fun, full of action. Family is a family affair. It's a family affair. Although 45 it's going to be competitive, but family, kids will be. And coming from Jamaica, the Ballers Academy will be here. Yeah, Ballers Academy, Virtue and the team will be here to participate. There will be some kids tournament. Yeah, there was a kids tournament during the over 45. So it's a mixture, but kids is a part of it. Griffin Football Club kids will be taking on the Ballers Academy, and it will be on the age of U11 team. That's going to be a fun time for the kids. Them action starts. Remember 9 o'clock on each day. So come on, contribution $20. That's how to get $20 game, man. So we got food, drinks, plus there will be live streaming. Yes, man. This thing I turn up. Live streaming of this 2-day tournament, and people from all over the world, Jamaica, Florida, Connecticut will be there, all over the USA. We kind of support them. The school, we got KC, JSC, Calabar. We got Edwin. We got Edwin Allen. We got we got staff there. We got staff involved with Clarendon, CC, Barnum. We're coming out. A lot of schools will participate this weekend. It's a lot of competition, but just to make sure that spread the word. This will be held at the tournament will be held at James L. Fleming Park in Yonkers. Beautiful. And the address is 324 Prescott Street, Yonkers, New York. Yes. If not, Google it. Yeah, man. James L. Fleming Park in Yonkers, 324 Prescott Street, Yonkers, New York. Zip code 10701. That's the thing. Dig it up. So I'll be there. Yeah, yours truly will be there. And supporting GSC. Yeah, man, one college. Overtake this trophy, man, beat up everybody. But Calabar is the defending champions after under 45 and in over 45 too. So we'll see it goes. A lot of people, it's going to be fun. For family, friends, and footballers and ballers. So tune in. Remember, this weekend, June 24th and 25th. Let's go to topics. Well, I tell you, past couple of weekends and days have there been some mixed bags in terms of topics we'll talk about. And first what I want to talk about from the US is all about Joe Biden's son. Yeah, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden. You know, after 5 years of investigation, 5 years, they only could find 2 charges. And then he made a plea bargain deal. The 2 charges that they found him guilty of was evading taxes of over $100,000. And importantly, he evaded, but he repaid it. Because one thing with the IRS, you know, if they know if they owe tax, they would have paid them. You know. I'm going to try to contest it and make sure you pay them. Because if you don't pay, they will come off their assets, everything, the bank account, they will come off everything. But the first misdemeanor was evasion of taxes of $100,000, right? The second thing that they charged him for was he purchased a gun illegally in his name. And it is so sad. I mean, yes, the purchase of a gun is illegal, but he did it in a time, he did misdemeanor in the evasion of taxation. The purchase of a gun was done when he was in an addiction state. Yeah, when he was in an addiction state. I mean that he was on drugs at that time when he did misdemeanors. And if the Department of Justice or a special counsel who was appointed there by Donald Trump can only come up with these 2 issues, it goes to show the political tribalism that are taking place against Joe Biden's son, which is Hunter. Because if you want to go back so far when he was a drug addict, he didn't pay taxes, but he paid the IRS sent him same money he paid. And then because he purchased a gun when he was addict illegally, and now the special found him guilty because of that. After 5 years, that's what happened. That's what they come up with it. Because guess what? The Republicans have their agenda. They're trying to bring down Joe Biden through some form of scandal. And in order to do that, they go through his son. How cruel can politics be? Yeah, how cruel. The boundaries that they cross to really hurt the president that is in office now. My thing is this, and you know, my view, they can make you a comment. Yes, good night, my brother Dexter. How are you? I hope you're doing well now. My thing is this. Why does politics always go beyond the boundaries to hurt a sitting president or prime minister? My thing is this. A man's family should not be in any equation, whether it's adult, junior, young. Because, trust me, they have a saying back home in Jamaica. The same knife with joke goat can joke sheep. Yes. So when you can throw bad mouth on a president's son and try to carry him through the mud for 5 years, and only after that you find a misdemeanor of tax evasion and gun charge, which he purchased going illegal. That's a joke. And he was under addiction of drugs. That's the problem now. That's the problem. All these, the misdemeanor, he was under addiction of drugs. And yesterday, the Republicans are singing tune on it that he got a slap on the wrist. Or it's it's because of his father, that's why. You know. Yeah, that's true, Dexter. They bring him charges, but my thing is this: the circumstances that you were under at that time. He was. I'm not making an excuse, but that's 5 years, that's 16 years ago, and now he has been recovering. Wow! So I'm in the background now. He has been recovering from the addiction, and my fear is that Hunter Biden may take this misdemeanor charges and go and take that another level. Yeah, the stuff in the background now, if you're hearing the firecrackers, the firecracker season started, where, in the community before, 4th of July, they start celebrating with all these firecrackers. I don't know what are these people doing, but anyway. But my thing is that I don't believe that you have to use someone's circumstances and dig that far. But I hope that this is finished, and the Republicans can find something, because what the Republican is trying to do is try to use in the political landscape Hunter Biden history and try to find something. Okay? They investigate him in business dealing and all that. Yeah, Bill Cosby a different case, Dexter, to be honest. Bill Cosby, him swim on seats and him fall in a bracket. And now ladies are even suing him while the man still in a prison. Some other 10 women came forward suing him for sexual assault and all that. Maybe it's crimes that caught up to him as a female. He's 80. We really can't know. But anyway, get about Joe Biden, closing off for this, is that Hunter Biden just hoping that he doesn't take it to another level and commit some form of silliness and to his life. Because, how much more can he really go through? He has been a drug addict, come back and trying to recover and all that. But hey, that's what they are. Talking about Joe Biden, I see where Joe Biden, has started his campaign. Yes, Joe Biden started his campaign, and he went back to the city of Pennsylvania, where he has gotten the endorsement, one of the biggest endorsement of a union. Yes, in Pennsylvania, these people have over 60,000 unionized members, and the union has endorsed Joe Biden in that respect. And what the union is planning to do, because they have a spread over the different states, they're going to start a campaign where they're going to go around and register voters, yes, for Joe Biden for the new election. So while the Republicans are fighting and adjusting to be get the right nominee to take on Joe Biden now is starting his own campaign to get the proper support. One of the questions they keep asking and throwing about Joe is his age. From my perspective, yes, his age is something, but this man fitter than me. But I tell you straight, yeah, man, this man I ride bicycle with his family, upon regular rides. Yeah. So he more than fitter than me if you really do the job. The only thing that they can really say is checking his mental facets if they're intact to be leadership. But so far, he has done an excellent job in keeping the economy out of recession. He has also he has reduced gas price, make sure oil is there and the price, and also his Treasury Secretary has tried to, the Reserve has done well in keeping down, trying to reduce inflation. Last month, the labor market generated over near 3,000 new jobs. Yes, there's a slowdown in hiring, but the economy is being kept robust. And this is my take on the American economy. And Dexter, maybe you can comment. But the American economy, from my perspective, seems like it has its own formula of doing its own thing. And I'm suspecting that is that the American economy, which I would say is the US dollar, has so much implications, global effect around the world. So therefore, the US economy has to be run differently. Even with the debt ratio and all that, extending the credit and all that up in those that we did that day with Joe Biden and the Republicans, they have extended a certain amount of the credit limit so they could pay their bills, and because they know that if that happens, there'll be a crash in the economy, not in the US, but around the world. So my thing is this: the US economy and Joe Biden has remained stable. He has brought it through COVID-19 too. He has taken from Donald Trump over and brought it to a different level, and the economy has been robust still. There are always doubters and the predictors out there saying that recession is due. But can the American economy afford a recession? They know if America is going into a recession, the world is going to go into a deeper recession. And like countries like Jamaica and South Caribbean, we're going to a very deep shock in their economy. Yeah, a deep shock. So Joe Biden has done an excellent job. He has made some mistakes like all politicians do. But his age and his mental fact, for me, is out of the window now because that demonstrated he can run a country. Now, on the Republican side, this long list, 12 candidates, but in reality, Donald Trump is the main man still. And what is the key for Donald Trump? We must understand that Donald Trump's support is don't waver, period. Yeah, okay. But I got it. What I mean, it exposes inflation. Okay, I hear Dexter. But that's true. But Donald Trump, and thank you, Dexter, for the comments. Really appreciate it. Donald Trump supporters has not moved the needle in terms of the loyalty to him. The other persons they are not able to move the needle. They are not able to move the needle of Donald Trump supporters to them. And the school of thought is that if Donald Trump wins back the re-election, president, he can pardon himself. If he get convicted of all the crimes that he has currently in courts. So that's where the U.S. democracy has an issue. And although we talk about the U.S. democracy and it is the best democracy because it represents freedom and all that, yes, it does, but it has its faults. Because from my perspective, Donald Trump should have been disqualified for running for president because of all the issues that he has created, all issues that he has in courts coming up at him. He has a case in New York City, case in Florida, and I know for sure Georgia is going to bring a case against him about his involvement in trying to gain 10,000 votes to flip the election in his favor. It's clear. He was on the phone. So my thing is this: the Republicans, if they don't pick a candidate, and I'm suspecting Donald Trump will be a part of that equation down the road, I can guarantee you that they are going to be, Joe Biden will be president again in his old age. Yeah. But the thing about it is that one thing of American economy and the people is that the voters are very conscious. Yeah, they're very conscious. And they don't forget. And they keep tabs on the performance of the economy and they keep a look at that. So my thing is that Joe Biden right now, although his poll ratings are below 40s, which I think sometimes some of the presidents get that poor low rating, like George W. Bush. I think Bob Brown was the one that was at the 38 one time. But when the campaign picks up, it's going to be a different battle. And the base starts. So looking forward to electing a president next year. I don't know if Joe Biden will come back, but he has done well under circumstances. He has kept the economy positive and all that. Dexter, listen, if you are saying that he did a good job, what do you say about that job in his time? That's why he came back. I mean, there are things that we got to fear about. This COVID-19 and all that. Yeah. Next say that easy. Can you define G-React president? Hey, anyway, but my thing is this, and why I say he did an excellent job, Dexter, that he has helped to get the economy out of recession. He has carried the economy through in this Russian war where gas prices started to balloon. So there are things we have to give him credit for. He brought in infrastructure bill, which is building new bridges and roads and all that. So he has been doing a lot of good things because he knows that creating new jobs. And you got to remember that, Dexter, that from he came in, the economy has been hiring and still hiring. That's critical. And he has also the Fed have tried to increase interest rate, reduce inflation. So there are a lot of things we got to give him credit for. But let's wait. Moving on. Just want to talk about past Monday. It was Juneteenth. Yes, Juneteenth, where in 1865, get this right, we was abolished. Slavery was abolished. Slavery was abolished. And black people, African Americans, celebrate Juneteenth, 19th, as a day of celebration when all slaves were freed. Just want to give a few thoughts on this Juneteenth, and then I went back to Jamaica when we got back or removed from slavery too. But my thing on reflection is that Africans were not asked to become slaves. Yes, we weren't. We didn't make a choice to become slaves for no white man or for no European country or whatever. We were forced into slavery. And when I say forced, we were beaten, shot, shackled, put on the big ship. We were in cargo decks, crowded, traveled to transatlantic for days and weeks. We got sick. Some of us died. And see that after slavery was abolished, the white leaders or the white farmers or whoever didn't think of giving slaves some land to start over. They were still forced Yes, still forced to work by the plantation owners even after slavery was abolished. And up to this day, up to this day, we're still finding that back the same way. You know, everyone see the color of our skin is black as people of oppression and people who have to keep fighting to get just reward in terms of jobs, education, in a position of power, creating our own wealth. Yes. And, you know, it is the past years when George Floyd and all that, and, you know, it just goes to show how black people is always seen in the US. And the reality is that black people will have to continue to fight for equality and justice for all, for themselves. And even check the facts. Maybe I could be wrong, somebody can correct me. The US is where most black people rise up to fight for what they think they're entitled to. I was, I was reading and searching around to see if I could find any other countries where black people fight for equality and justice. I can't find no one else. No, I could be wrong. I've been searching through the internet, but it's only in the US that where black people fight for what they think they deserve for. I don't know about African country, because African country and the black leaders who are corrupted and they do what they want to do with the people. I mean, apart from South Africa, when Mandela was in prison, they fight to end the white man rule. Yeah, and it did end. And Mandela came out of prison and he became president of South Africa, and then he gave up that. And now South Africa is run by the born blacks leaders. But my thing is this, my brothers and sisters, that Juneteenth only highlights that there's always one race who wants to control another race. And if I move on to, maybe we can talk about the war. And I mean, I can never understand why Russia, although there's a lot of arguments out there with Russia, what reason they're saying that they want their war with Ukraine. They want to take over Ukraine. Why? And that's white against white. And as my brother Decker said, we shouldn't be busy with it. But the reality is that one race always feel that they're superior than one race and want to control. And the two things they use to try to control another person's race is guns and money. Yeah, guns and money. And that's just the reality. So in honor of Juneteenth, because right now, to be honest, I had to work on Juneteenth, but some companies still don't want to recognize it, the day of Juneteenth. And it's a federal holiday. That means that the federal banks or what is closed, so therefore it's a form of celebration for black people. But I said to my co-workers that black people always have to keep fighting. Yeah. We got to keep fighting. And, it's just sad that we are in this current position that we always have to keep fighting. I have experienced it. And I will still experience some difficulty. My kids coming up, Rajiv and Okay, Sean, baby, we'll experience it. Even a longer past and gone. But what I encourage, and I was instilling my kids that they must speak truth to power. Where there's wrong, they must speak against it. Where there's right, they must recognize it and speak truth to power every time. So that's my take on Juneteenth. I mean, it was so, and there I was like, look a bit sad because I had to go to work. I was watching some programs, reading upon it more, get my knowledge and all that intact. And I really, even my own country, Jamaica, history and slavery. Because once again, history teaches us. And we must not try to go back into that mode, but continue to be progressive and try to get the best for our black generation, for the future, present, and future down the road. Anyway, that's my thing on Juneteenth. I've seen a lot, and that's what it is. Moving on, let's go to Jamaica. Jamaica is 9:34. I tell you, time runs so fast, my brother. I just want to talk about a couple of things. The political climate, in Jamaica. I see where, and I wonder if the still season started in Jamaica, and I want to talk about that. But before I go to Jamaica, let me take a quick break, and I'll be right back. So just enjoy this commercial, about the tournament coming up. I'll be back in 56 seconds. Let's go.
Step out with your family for 2 days of fun-filled football fiesta at the James L. Fleming Field in Yonkers, New York, June 24 and 25, starting 9 a.m. each day. It's the Jamaica Alumni Football Championship powered by the VM Building Society, New York. Don't miss the under-12 teams from Griffin, Bronx Alba, Central Brooklyn, Ballers Football Academy from Jamaica, and others competing for the most coveted schoolboy trophy in North America. Plus, watch Calabar and Masters champions St. George's College try to defend their titles. And on the first day of action at 7 p.m., watch the over 50 game between the Griffin Masters and Greenwich Pumas from Connecticut, as well as the Old Manning and Old Acosta Club Masters clash. Admission just $20. You have got to be there.
Yes, that's just a commercial. Once again, remind about this Saturday and Sunday, June 24th and 25th. Our schools. Getting back now to talk about Jamaica, the political climate in Jamaica. See where the PNP having these conferences hard, and they're on the town, and they're using I don't know if it's artificial intelligence, but they're trying their best to get their team ramp up. Or the prime they call them political entrepreneurs. hey, bro, man. Next time, they are political entrepreneurs. That means they use they spread propaganda, spread the false rumors, and make some money. Maybe on YouTube, maybe on Facebook and all that. They use it. Hey, Jamaica politics is a different animal. But my thing is this. I hope all my PNP friends, my PNP friends like when we talk. So them, I see where we're talking about the leader. They say the leader, Mark Golding, that's a strong leader and all that. But my thing with Mark Golding is that the question you gotta ask the PNP: what difference? What is the difference they're going to do if they should get regained? But what are their plans for the Jamaica population? What are their plans for the Jamaica people? Is the plan for PNP Jamaicans only, or the plan is for PNP Jamaican and JP and neutral? Because I've been watching the news and reading the article, maybe I can correct it too, that there's no set concrete plan by the PNP. And you cannot, and everything you jump on and you try to oppose. You have to get the messaging out there. What difference are you going to do if you should regain power? The reality is that one day the PNP will regain power. But what are they going to bring to what is their progressive agenda? What are they going to do different than a JLP government? What are they going to do for the Jamaica population? Where do they want to see the Jamaica people in 4 years? What do they view the education? These are things that I am yet to hear the opposition come with. And you know, I big up in the 5 chat group. You know, there was some, you know, the chat group, there are some PNP loyalists and PNP friends, but they always say that, you know, Michael Manley was one of the best leaders Jamaica said. And I beg to differ on that. But the point that was, and then someone showed me a video. Dexter to you, man. His brother sing a whole song over the 70s, My Leader Barney and all them things. I made this comment. Nothing wrong with knowing where history we're coming from. But the reality, you can't keep on harping on the history and not trying to move the population forward. And that's where Jamaica politics, especially from my person where PNP stuck, them stuck too much in the 70s. They had stuck too much. And don't get it wrong, Michael Manley had in his era, he had Siaga. But no, it's a new era, a modern age. And people got to understand that as politicians, you got to know, think out of the box. Look at your country, look at the people. Yeah, you want votes, but you have to start moving the needle of people's lives in a positive direction. And, you know, I'm not going to sing, listen, Jamaica our problem. I'm not talking about the JP right now, because I'm not talking about the PNB. My challenge and to the PNP is that they must be able to bring new thinking. Yeah, new thinking. New generic, authentic thinking to the landscape of Jamaica. Yeah, and see they can capture the imagination of the people's minds to go take the country to another level. And that is where the big difference between the right now the PNP is not doing. And they need to start looking into ways of how they're going to manage the country if they should regain power. And I'm not seeing that. I'm just not seeing it from them. I don't hear the messaging, because once again, the messaging has to be there. They say, what are you going to do for the Jamaica population? What is your vision as a party for Jamaica? How do you expect to move from point A to point B to point C in 2-3 years if I should regain power? It's not rocket science, you know, my people. And it must, the PNP leadership, the vision must be born out of a leader. When a leader can have a vision for a country, then the party who is in charge have to embrace and move with that and put our mechanism in place to be successful. But I'm not seeing it from the PNP. So my PNP friend, please try to tell your friend, the party leader, try to get some vision out there where they want to see Jamaica be. How best in terms of technology, education, jobs, public sector, in terms of all the inefficiencies, how he's going to tackle them and all that. Because there's a lot of information, there are a lot of ways, there are a lot of things that can be done differently in Jamaica. Yes. And if they just do their homework and present a different life. Because one thing with Jamaica population is the young generation. A lot of them are uneducated, but if you can move the uneducated or the detached youth, which detached youth to me from my proper perspective, is that these kids, detached youth, they are going to high school, but they don't have no solid education. They can't able to think for themselves, and that's what the problem is. But hey, that's another story by itself. But the people hasn't got that vision where they want to send Jamaica to. What's the next agenda in terms of moving the country, the island, a developing nation to another stage? That's what is lacking on the PNP side. But that's feeling business. But I hope that they will start putting some vision for the country. A leader can mark Golding can highlight some important ingredients that need to be done and move. I'm looking forward to sell it to Jamaican people so they can look better. But I see that the campaign train start, and I'm sure this election due by 2025. Hey, maybe election might call this year or tomorrow. I don't know. But, the Prime Minister we're going to have it in him hand to do what he want to do and all that. I see where he defended the salary increases and all that. And then now he brought out the job descriptions, which the bill was presented in Parliament yesterday in the sectoral debate. But my thing is this, it's good. He's justifying the increases and all that. So to get job descriptions, and it's going to go to a select committee who's going to review, make changes and all of those good things, and come with one job description for parliamentarians and MPs, which makes sense. But my thing is this: Jamaica have a culture of dependency, handouts. Jamaican people have handouts. The poor class of people have handouts for the politicians. And they ask them from rent money to phone bill to bury them dead and all those things. And to me, it is unfair, because there are agencies who are supposed to be supporting those people with their needs. But once again, the public sector service sucks in Jamaica. The quality, a lot of inefficiencies, the corruption inside there has always abandoned the people, has not been able to help the people efficiently, and they have shown that they're not reliable. Where's the phone card? Curry go. I hear, boss. But my thing is this: if the Jamaica populace always has to be begging and depending, when the state agencies keep failing, then what do you expect the people to do? Run to the politicians. And if the politicians can't solve them problem, I'm going to vote for them, which is total garbage. Because the politician's job should not be under social services when you have organizations. I mean, if Dexter can't tell me, if the labor laws change in that, and I hear the Prime Minister talk about the GDP down between 70 to 80%. It was 150. Yeah, you're right, Dexter. People can't have kids. That's why now me going to find a way social services to help these families with these other amount of kids. But we don't want to talk about handouts, because handouts in Jamaica is a traditional thing by politicians. From the 70s, 60s, or whatever, when they have gully projects and everything, people get a pay and handouts. My thing is that the politicians need to be central focus on their responsibility as MPs, not to be providing social services for these people. We have the ministries, we have the money, therefore we need to get that right. all the socials move away, so MPs can do their thing. I was listening to Cliff Hughes online today, and he was talking about yesterday. This lady come on and talk about digital, or them take out their money and all that thing, and never get around and around. And this is what we're talking about: inefficiencies. And until public sector and government, I think they're doing some review now, implementation, see they can bring some more efficiency. But Jamaica too slow. I want to say backward. Yeah, they're backward in terms of certain things. Very backward. And until they can understand that technology is the way forward to implement and get things done and provide a solid groundwork of education system. On the policy report that they accepted or they recommended will be starting sometime next year, whatever Ms. Phil Williams said, but it will take time, take too long. By the time implementation, the generation gone through the door, uneducated, crime still high, and all that. But that's how Jamaica operates. There's a bureaucracy, the red tapes, has slowed Jamaica progression. It has caused the bureaucracy now. It has caused corruption. I don't care what saying one. Yeah. It has caused also the population to become lazy. Yes. And that's just the fact. The bureaucracy in Jamaica has allowed Jamaican people to come too dependent on politicians. And it's time to be corrected. And that's my take on it. Time is 9:50. I think I'll move on to some sports headlines and talk about some things that have been taking place recently. I've not known the new sensation from France is here. The Jamaican Beaver, the one that's 7'3". Yeah, he's very tall. I heard that San Antonio Spurs, they're going to pick him different new French sensation. He's 7'3". That means them be there. You put the man about touch the basket, boom. Because wingspan alone, top 7 foot, the wingspan might be 25, 30, maybe not 12 feet. I mean 2 feet. So this is going to be. I hope that he can maintain, because remember this Chinese player came in and he became a sensation, but although I'm flunk up due to injury, he had to quit the sport. I look for still a Chinese brother. He was 7 something too. But his French player, they say he's the next LeBron James. I don't think so. Just a hype. Me and me just say you as a hype up on them, take flashbulbs and all. But I hear he's good. Let's wait and see the draft. I think it's tonight or tomorrow night, the draft. So let's see if San Antonio will select him and know what he fear. Because if you go to San Antonio Spurs, Popovich, good coach, he'll groom him and get him better. And maybe that can San Antonio will come up on top. I see with Ja Morant. Yeah, that kid he got 25 games suspension. Yeah, 25 games suspension. So I'm sorry, I'm not getting the money. We'll send 25 games. It's very unfortunate with Ja Morant. Good kick. I really hope that he learns from his mistake. He's with 2 or 3 strikes and out. I hope that don't reach the situation with him. But he has done well to he has accepted his fines and his game suspension. But he has to work hard. You must work hard with game and trust the people and the NBA executive or the NBA. Because once again, they always ask the celebrity decorum and behavior that's expected from an NBA player. There's no joke. So I hope that he will recover. He'll come back and create the buzz and the fans will love him, and he'll do some with his team. We do well with his team Memphis. I have a 25 game suspension. Man, we're ready to play. In news of football, I see USA defeated Mexico 2-0 and then fire the coach. Yeah. They fire the Mexico coach right away, man. Fire the Mexico coach. They not play. They fire the Mexico coach. Yeah, but it's my thing is that the quality of the Mexico team is not there anymore, and they are in a rebuilding process. But they fire the coach. They're not play. I just want a special shout out to Jamaica Reggae Boys. They kick off their Gold Cup this weekend. You know, I have a little concern. It's my concern. You know, when you give these players time off, or the selected players time off, I mean, you know, they gave all the Bailey and Mark Antonio, and you send them back. They don't want to play. But majority of the core wasn't there in Jordan. We were beating Jordan, and that team beat them. There's this big debate about Jamaican football culture. The players are not good enough. Yes, they're not as technical and good enough as world-class beaters at this moment. But the thing that beat Jamaica football is that there have to be some level of structure. Some level of structure from first grade straight up to adults. And when I say structure, it doesn't mean that I'm a coach and I'm a keep ball. No. You have to have programs for you 7, you 5, 5 and 5 year olds straight up. Then I'm going to keep ball in the park, structured programs. And that structured program will enhance development. And that's where I think where Jamaica is lacked. And too much egos, coaches and players and especially my administration, the egos clash too much. Yeah, they clash too much. And they don't understand that the program is bigger than them. Football is bigger than them. And you understand, say, if they can merge your ideas and ideology together, the football will always be corrupt in Jamaica. Yes, I will say, Jamaica football right now is corrupted from the grassroots to the administration and JFF. Yeah, and I'm not afraid of it. And that's why we always struggle to qualify for a World Cup. It's like our past sins or our sins keep catching us. I mean, I hear Michael Ricketts is running for re-election, and him come out and say his vice president is looking to challenge him for leadership. Yeah, everyone our choice, challenge our president, but at the same time, if you lie to the money, you're the money, I'm sure the man say he want to run. With all due respect, I lie to the president. So, you know, the egos and the whole thing about it. And then you have technical record of football who our club, even the president, CEO, and the coach of the club. That's conflict of interest. It should not be technically ready for JFF, period. Someone else has to be a mutual person. Because once he's there to the ground of our club, he cannot have undue influence. And that's how Jamaica football is so corrupt. I've been there, done that, seen it before I leave Jamaica. So there's no issue to deal with. But I just want to wish them luck. I'm looking to watch games. I'm going to try and make sure a program from phone and all that, fight, make sure I get the time and all that. Also, I want to wish your Reggae Girls some success. They're going to the World Cup. Yeah, they're going to the World Cup. But I saw an article this morning in Glen, and it's very disturbing where Miss Marley and the coach Donaldson, you know, there'll be some disagreement between the woman in charge of the football federation in Jamaica, president, and she did disrespect her and all that, run her from the bus, and I love that. I don't like that. You know, there must be some level of respect for each other. And once again, when people talk, you know, you can't talk in offensive way because people are very, very tickler. I've learned that over the years. Sometimes you want to say some things, you gotta just change it. And you look at more diplomacy. Yeah, diplomacy is a big, big word that a lot of people don't understand. Diplomacy. You have to think before you talk. You have to think before you write. And if you write, you have to retake the words you use in your type of language you use. Because people are very easy to be bruised in egos and in thoughts. I like me old Trojan. You know, people can't say anything and write anything because it never fail me sometimes. Because I can write back and I can talk back. But other people can write, can talk back and write back. I can do both well. God give me that and I give God thanks and knock off every day for that. But the road for me has been really long and struggling. Yep. And that's a fact. But I hope that the regular girls and the president of the Jamaica Football Association can try to resolve them issues. Don't make it become a public spat. And try to make sure that they keep our for unity amongst the teams. Before closing the regular, I got 9:58. I see where, you know, there are people, especially the regular girls, keep saying letters about what they're getting treatment. And so we're there strong general secretary to them and hopefully they can meet something. But in closing with the JFF and football, I also want to say that the administration of Jamaica football, they lack the vision and coordination in terms of managing the funds that they receive. You know, they receive $1 for Peter, they take money for Peter and pay Paul. That's not right. That's why they're always in that tussle and fighting with the players for remuneration, appearance fee, they call it. And until I hope the chunky and got done to the trainer, accountant, and all that too. Until they can find a formula where money comes in, can pay the staff, pay everybody, and you know, pay the players on time, get the requirements and all that, then fine. But if they don't have the funds to do what the players ask them for, there must be some level of open transparency by the JFF. Because if there's some level of open transparency, then the people, the coaches and players will understand, and general population will accept the circumstances. And maybe they will garner some support. Yeah. Maybe they can garner some support if they come with a level of transparency and proper messaging about the restoration of the Jamaica Football Federation. But I know for a fact that there's something about FIFA that they say that they don't want politics to be and get involved. I'm not sure what it is. I gotta read upon that. But the JFF have to get their act together. Too many times, how many years there have been so many accusations and rumors about misappropriation and corruption. I hope my brother Dennis Chung can be able to fix that, give a better image. I congratulate him on taking the post, but I know it's a difficult post. Because the politics behind that post is enormous and very confusing and not clear at times and all that. So I wish the CONCACAF team good luck, and I wish the regular girls good luck too when the World Cup comes. I want to thank you for joining me this late. Dexter, respect again for your comments. I really appreciate them. You know, whatever, check President Funky Corrigan. That's not easy, but you're good. But you know, thank you all for joining me. And remember, this weekend, June 24th and 25th, our schools tournament. Please join us. Yonkers, Ian Fleming Field, 324, at Potter Street in Yonkers, zip code 10701. Check out my Facebook page for more information about the tournament. Remember, there's going to be a kid tournament. Ballers Academy will be here in New York and all that. And will be fun. Yeah, $20 enter each day. Yours truly will be there. I'll be the statistician and all that. So come on, man. So I know enough baller, Mother, Jamaicans, all over the US will be there. Jamaicans will be there. So come on. It's a family fun football, soccer fiesta for this weekend. And don't worry about that other show that will take. Come on, you're going to not regret spending time because it's all about reunion to meeting old friends and just hanging out and chatting and talk about good history. Good history. And not all about football, because we have friends who come in high school, we meet friends here. So expect a bumper turnout. You make sure you're there. Don't miss this Saturday, June 24th and 25th. Our schools tournament. JC, KC, Calabar, Georges, Charlie, Clarendon will be there. Griffin, football youths will be there. Yemen, Ballers, Academy will be there. So have a wonderful rest of the week, my brothers and sisters. And I want to see you this Saturday and Sunday at James L. Fleming Field in Yonkers, New York for the All Schools tournament for 2023. Listen, enjoy the rest of the week. Dexter, big up yourself. Stay safe. And just make sure you all take care of the family. All right? And enjoy the weekend. Summertime. It's party time. Outdoors time. Make sure you plan the summer with your family and friends. Don't stay inside. All right? One love. Peace out. Good night. I'm your host, Sean Falconer. And this is My Perspective. Blessed. Good night.